Okay, question 17, closest in sorted array. Given a target integer t and an integer array a, sorted in ascending order, find the index I in A such that ai is closest to t. So this function closest, they are two input type. One is int array and the second is an integer for the target. And the return type is integer to indicate the index of the closest element to the target. And the assumption here is that the array is sorted in ascending order and they can be duplicate elements. And possible corner case here is when array is null or its length is 0. When that happens, we return -1. And the solution here is binary search. So now looking into the code, the first part is sanity check. First, we check if the array is null. And second, to check whether the length is 0. When any of these happen, we return -1. And then we set out the pointers for the binary search. Left is 0, right is array.length -1. That defines the search range. And then we set out the while loop. The condition of the while loop is left less than right -1, meaning when there are only 2 elements left, we get out of this loop and then we do the post process. And we're not doing this because we try to avoid the dead loop. Okay, now looking into this while loop, first thing is to calculate the mean index, and then we compare the mean element to the target. If it's the same, then we return the mean. And if the mean element is less than the target, we know the target is in the right side of the array, then we move the left pointer to the mean. Otherwise, we move the right pointer to the mean. So, and at the end, if there are only 2 elements left, then we get out of this loop and we do this post process. We basically try to see whether left element is closer to the target or the right element closer to the target, and we return left or right based on the result. Okay, so the time complexity of this function is log n because we reduce the search range by half in each iteration, and the space complexity is O1 because we only have a basic operations, and in each iteration we don't create a new variable or a new object. Okay.